Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart, and we'll start by mapping out the current range. And as you know, we broke out of this area of consolidation and eventually took out the highs of the previous structure, breaking structure to the upside. Buyers step back in, continue to push prices higher. Then we started to retrace a little bit back down, not into any area of significance. Could be responding from this, this last push up from this area of demand. This is before the buy. This may be a good time to buy. This isn't investment advice or anything like that. And this is the overall string structure. If you do look at it from the 4-hour, like the macro level 4-hour perspective, this would be the low that broke out past the high, well, obviously this last high and the highs. So you look at it from the 4-hour micro perspective, then this did already retrace back down to discount, hitting this area of demand, possibly looking for an opportunity to buy as long as momentum continues to pick up. Essentially looking for the liquidity sitting over these highs to be taken out, and this high of the overall range to be targeted. GBP USD, let's go and map out the current range. This being the higher low that was formed after I took out these highs, higher low from this low. Of course, buyers step back in, broke structure to the upside, made this high, now start to retrace just like with Euro USD. And this is the area of demand that pushed prices higher when buyers step back in from this area. Looks like price has already passed and made a significant close under it. And we can see structure starting to break to the downside. So overall swing structure bullish. Refractive structure starting to break down with these lows being taken out, and internal structure. This forms any type of lower high on a macro level internally, and internal structure is bearish. Even though, it already has, broke past the area of demand, so it is bearish internally. Looking for this to start making a bullish momentum push, just like with Euro USD, in order to target the highs of the overall range. Well, right now, you can even see if it's not going to be trending, that it is back in this area of consolidation from August. So once it does come back into this area, there's likelihood, if it continues to stay just range bound in this area of consolidation, that it can continue to stay there. That's why we're looking for any type of momentum push out toward those highs. We do take a look at DXY, dollar index. Of course, this bearish push continues. These lows, overall swing structure bearish, had consolidated for a while, and then started to push, making lower highs and lower lows. Now it's retraced back into the area where sellers start to push down. Overall, you can see that it's possibly a liquidity sweep of these lows, which may be able to fuel buyers push higher. But overall, only looking for any type of selling opportunity, as the dollar index has been bearish, and overall swing structure bearish. And this could be a temporary push, temporary retracement, but only looking for any type of selling opportunity to target the lows of the overall range. But if buyers can push momentum and continue momentum to higher highs, taking out the liquidity sitting over these highs, we're looking to see if this can eventually break past this whole area of consolidation that it has been in. AUD USD, let's go and map out the current range. Of course, previously this is the overall swing structure range, as it had broken out of this area of consolidation. But as you can see, prices come back into it with this previous high of the previous structure, with this being the low, now this being the higher low. This is the high of the previous structure that was taken out by this bullish push with this impulse when these buyers step back in, break the structure to the upside, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, eventually forming this high. But like I said, the price has come back down into this area of consolidation, with this was the previous area of resistance. Waiting to see if buyers can step back in now and momentum can push to the upside, hopefully making this area of previous resistance support, and buyers continue to target the highs of this overall range. So only looking for any type of buying opportunity. Once it does retrace, we do look at some of the areas. It's an area of demand that's pushing out, pushing prices higher. NZD USD, let's go map out the current range. And overall, this had been a bear structure with this making the low, but this low is taking out the high after it started making significant gains. Inside, with buyers making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, eventually taking out these highs. So overall swing structure came bullish, but now sellers step back in. Of course, with the news in New Zealand, started to push prices back down. Now prices in this area of demand that previously had pushed prices out. So we're looking to see if a decision going to be made if this overall swing structure will continue or if this has reversed due to that fundamental news in New Zealand. GBP AUD, let's go and map out the current range, with this still being the strong lower high of this overall structure. And of course, you're watching these lower highs being formed, lower lows, lower highs being formed as prices started to react from this area. Of course, that did break the lows of the previous structure, and we started to see significant gains from bulls, which could have been a just a retracement, as structure did break to the upside, but it's coming into these areas where prices had continued to push down. We said in previous videos that this was we're looking at to see if this could have been a bear flag, which it looks like it has started to break out under that. So it's liquidity sitting under these lows. I expect price to target the lows of the overall range, continue pushing prices down, making this a lower high from these previous highs. Because overall swing structure bearish, price structure starting to break down bearish, internal structure. If this does stay a lower high, then internal structure will be bearish also. So only looking for any type of selling opportunity as it continues to target the lows of the overall range. GBP NZD, it's going to map out the current range. And of course, that being the lower high up here. And of course, prices started to overall swing structure bearish. Prices started to retrace back down, making lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. Came back under this area of demand, but then, like I said, with fundamental New Zealand news, buyers started to push prices higher. Started to take out the liquidity sitting over these highs, take out the highs of this internal swing structure, and yeah, the overall internal structure, even pushing past some of these areas of supply that had pushed price down previously. But now you can see, obviously, internal breaking structure to the upside, taking out, like I said, taking out some of the highs. As long as that fundamental news, I don't know how long that will continue to impact price, but if it does, if these buyers continue to push higher, we could expect this strong lower high to be taken out, and for this to flip to a bullish swing structure. But overall, just waiting to see if price can deliver. This could be a significant push, possibly a bull flag internally, pushing prices higher. If it does break out, I would expect it to be take out these highs and take out this lower high of this overall swing structure. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining us.